Your neighbor just spent $48,000 on a brand new base model SUV with cloth seats, no heated steering wheel, and a four-cylinder engine that sounds like a sewing machine at highway speed. Meanwhile, right now on AutoTrader, there are luxury SUVs with real leather, cooled seats, whisper-quiet cabins, and bulletproof drivetrains sitting under $18,000. Some under $13,000, and the people who should be buying these, seniors on a fixed income who need comfort, reliability, and low maintenance costs, do not even know they exist. I have spent over 2 decades working on cars, and I can tell you these 5 luxury SUVs depreciate like crazy, but run like they are just getting started. I am going deepest on number 1 because it is the single best value in the luxury SUV market for retirees. Let us get into it. Number 5, the Infiniti QX60. This is a 3-row luxury SUV that competed with Lexus and Acura when it was new. Leather interior, Bose audio, heated everything, a power liftgate, and a ride quality that feels like floating on a cloud. Right now, a 2016 or 2017 QX60 with under 90,000 miles is going for $12,000 to $16,000. That is insane when you consider this thing retailed for over $44,000 new. The QX60 depreciated nearly 70%, and the only reason is the badge. Infiniti does not carry the same clout as Lexus or BMW, so people overlook it. Their loss, your gain. Here is what makes the QX60 a smart buy for anyone on a fixed budget. The engine is a 3.5-liter V6 that Nissan has used in various forms for decades, and that long history shows its reliability. It is naturally aspirated, which means there are no turbochargers to fail, no intercoolers to leak, and no wastegate actuators to replace. It is a simple, proven engine with a timing chain, not a belt, so you are not looking at an $800 service interval every 90,000 miles. The CVT transmission is the one thing people worry about with Nissan products, and I get that. But the QX60 uses an updated version called the Xtronic CVT, and when properly maintained with fluid changes every 30,000 miles, these go the distance. I have seen several push past 200,000 miles without a rebuild. For seniors specifically, the step-in height on the QX60 is nearly perfect. It is not too high like a 4Runner and not too low like a sedan. The seats are supportive, the controls are simple and straightforward, and the ride absorbs road imperfections beautifully. It was designed to be comfortable first, and that is exactly what a retiree needs on long drives to visit the grandkids. When shopping, stick with the 2016 to 2017 models. Avoid the 2013 and early 2014 units. Those had some transmission issues that Nissan addressed in later production. Always check for a full service history and confirm the CVT fluid has been changed. Number 4, the Lincoln MKX. This is the SUV that nobody is talking about, and I genuinely do not understand why. A 2016 Lincoln MKX Reserve with all-wheel drive, a panoramic sunroof, 22-way adjustable seats, real bridge of Weir leather, active noise cancellation, and adaptive suspension is selling for $10,000 to $15,000 on the used market right now. That a vehicle cost over $50,000 when someone drove it off the lot. You are getting real luxury that rivals some $80,000 German SUVs for the price of a used Corolla. 2016 and newer MKX models were completely redesigned. Lincoln moved away from being just a dressed-up Ford and actually delivered something special. The interior is legitimately beautiful. The ride is library quiet. The second generation MKX has active noise cancellation that uses the audio speakers to counteract road and engine noise. For someone with hearing sensitivity or who just wants a peaceful drive, this is a game changer. Under the hood, the base engine is a 3.7-liter naturally aspirated V6, making 303 horsepower. This is the Duratec engine that Ford refined over many years. It is a timing chain motor, not a timing belt. No turbochargers to worry about, and no direct injection carbon buildup issues. It is a straightforward, proven powertrain. If you find one with the optional 2.7-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost 6, it makes more power. But I would steer seniors toward the naturally aspirated 3.7-liter for simplicity and long-term reliability. Fewer parts means fewer things to break. Carfax shows an average selling price for 2016 MKX of around $12,800. Owner reviews on that platform average 4.8 out of 5 stars from nearly 440 reviewers. The most common word used in those reviews is comfortable. That tells you everything. Here is the senior-specific advantage nobody mentions. The door handles on the MKX are standard pull handles, not the flush electronic nonsense some manufacturers are putting on newer vehicles. The infotainment system uses real buttons alongside the touchscreen. The climate controls are physical knobs. For anyone who does not want to fumble through a tablet just to adjust the air conditioning, Lincoln kept it sensible on the MKX. Number 3. The Acura MDX. This is Honda engineering wearing a suit and tie. The Acura MDX is the best-selling 3-row luxury SUV of all time, and for good reason. It is essentially a Honda Pilot with a more refined interior, better sound insulation, and a suspension tuned for comfort rather than ruggedness. A 2016 to 2018 MDX with 70,000 to 90,000 miles is going for $16,000 to $21,000. That is luxury 3-row territory for the price of a base model compact SUV. RepairPal gives the Acura MDX a reliability rating of 4 out of 5, ranking it second out of 14 luxury midsize SUVs. The average annual repair cost is $571 compared to $807 for the luxury midsize SUV segment average. That is $236 less per year, which over a 10-year ownership period is $2,360 you keep in your pocket. For someone on Social Security or a pension, that matters. The third-generation MDX from 2014 to 2020 uses a 3.5-liter V6 engine from Honda's J-Series family. This is the same engine lineage that has been powering Accords, Odysseys, and Pilots for decades. Honda refined this engine over years and years of production. It uses a timing belt on some earlier versions, but the third-generation MDX uses a timing chain, so that is one less expensive maintenance item to worry about. The 9-speed automatic transmission in the 2015 and newer models had some early complaints about shift behavior, but Honda issued software updates that resolved the majority of those issues. Make sure any MDX you look at has had its transmission software updated at the dealer. For seniors, the MDX is brilliant because of its super-handling all-wheel drive system. It is one of the most advanced all-wheel drive systems in this price range. It sends power to the individual rear wheel that needs it most, which gives you incredible stability in rain, snow, and even on gravel. If you live somewhere with real winters or unpredictable weather, the MDX gives you confidence that cheaper SUVs simply do not. The probability of a major repair on an MDX is just 8% according to RepairPal, compared to 11% for the luxury midsize average. And there is even an MDX on record with over 946,000 miles. That is not a typo. A 2001 MDX Touring with its original powertrain reached nearly 1 million miles. Number 2. The Lexus RX 350. If I had to pick one luxury SUV for my retired parents, this would be it. The Lexus RX 350 is the gold standard of reliable luxury, and the used market prices are finally coming down to where they make sense for budget-conscious buyers. A 2015 to 2017 RX 350 with 80,000 to 100,000 miles is selling for $18,000 to $24,000. That is still a lot of money, but hear me out on what you are actually getting. You are getting the 2GRFE or 2GRFKS 3.5-liter V6. This is the same engine family I keep coming back to because Toyota and Lexus put it in everything, and it outlasts everything. It uses a timing chain, no turbo, no supercharger, and it is naturally aspirated. This engine has been documented going well past 300,000 miles by owners who simply change the oil and filters on time. RepairPal gives the Lexus brand a reliability rating of 4 out of 5 and average annual repair costs of just $551, lower than almost every other luxury brand on the market. The RX 350 has an IC Car's reliability rating of 8 out of 10, ranking it the #1 most reliable luxury crossover SUV under $60,000, and the #2 most reliable luxury midsize SUV overall. It has about a 19% chance of reaching 200,000 miles based on data from over 300 million vehicles analyzed. That sounds low until you realize most luxury SUVs hover around 10 to 12%. For seniors, the Lexus RX 350 excels in comfort and ease of use. The seats are some of the most supportive in the class. The ride quality is smooth and composed. Road noise and wind noise are minimal. And here is the thing that matters more than any spec sheet. The RX 350 is predictable. Nothing surprises you. It starts every time, it brakes consistently, and it never makes a noise that sends you rushing to the mechanic. For someone who does not want car trouble to be part of their retirement, this is peace of mind on 4 wheels. When shopping, the 4th generation RX from 2016 to 2022 is the sweet spot. It brought a major redesign with updated safety features, including automatic emergency braking, lane departure alert, and adaptive cruise control as standard equipment. Those safety features alone can be the difference between a close call and a collision for an older driver. If the RX 350 is slightly above your budget, look at the 2013 to 2015 models. They use the same engine family and can be found for $14,000 to $18,000. You lose some tech, but the mechanical reliability is identical. Number 1. The Acura RDX. Before you scroll past, let me explain why this is number 1 and not the Lexus. The Acura RDX, specifically the 2nd generation, from 2013 to 2018, hits a combination of low price, high reliability, perfect size, and senior-friendly features that no other luxury SUV on this list can match all at once. You can buy one right now for $12,000 to $17,000. Most of them are loaded with leather, heated seats, a navigation system, a sunroof, and Honda's legendary engineering underneath. The 2013 to 2018 RDX uses a 3.5-liter V6 from Honda's proven J Series family, the same engine heritage as the MDX, and the same bulletproof reputation. It makes 279 horsepower, which is more than enough for highway merging and passing. It is paired with a simple, conventional 6-speed automatic transmission, not a continuously variable transmission, not a dual clutch, and not a 9 or 10 speed unit with complicated programming. A simple, durable 6-speed that shifts smoothly and has a track record that goes back years. Acura's reliability rating of 4 out of 5 ranks it second out of 32 car brands, according to RepairPal. Average annual repair costs are just $501, and there is only an 8% probability of a major repair. And here is the number that seals it. The RDX is a compact luxury SUV, which means it is easier to park, easier to maneuver in tight spaces, and easier on gas than the larger 3-row options on this list. For a senior who is driving solo or with a partner, you do not need 3 rows. You need a comfortable, reliable, well-built 2-row SUV that fits in a garage and does not eat through a fixed income. The step-in height on the RDX is comfortable. Not too high, not too low. The visibility out of the cabin is excellent, with large windows and relatively thin pillars compared to newer designs. The controls are logical. The dashboard is not a confusing mess of touch surfaces. There are real buttons for the climate system and real knobs for the audio. When you are 68 years old and just want to adjust the volume without taking your eyes off the road, that matters. I had a customer 2 years ago, a retired postal worker, 71 years old, on a fixed pension. He was about to buy a brand new Hyundai Tucson for $32,000. I asked him if he had considered a used luxury SUV. He thought I was joking. I showed him a 2017 Acura RDX with the advanced package, 52,000 miles, 1 owner, full service records, leather, navigation, heated and ventilated seats, blind spot monitoring, $15,400. He bought it. That was over 2 years ago. He drives it to his fishing spot 3 times a week and to visit his daughter in the next state once a month. Total spent on repairs, 0. Oil changes and a set of tires. That is it. The RDX does not make headlines. It does not win flashy awards. It does not turn heads in the parking lot. It just works, year after year, mile after mile, for thousands less than what most people waste on mediocre new cars. For a senior on a fixed income, that is not just a good deal, that is freedom. So there it is, 5 luxury SUVs that depreciated like rocks but run like tanks. The Infiniti QX60 with its naturally aspirated V6 and cloud-like ride. The Lincoln MKX with $50,000 worth of luxury for $13,000. The Acura MDX, Honda's unstoppable 3-row family hauler. The Lexus RX 350, the gold standard of reliable luxury, and the Acura RDX, the right-sized, right-priced, practically invisible luxury SUV that might be the smartest car purchase a retiree can make. If this information saved you money or changed how you think about buying a car, hit subscribe. I have more videos coming on the vehicles that make sense versus the ones dealerships push. Like if it helped. Drive safe. Take care of your car, and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I'll see you in the next one.